Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Patrick, the King of Cars, and today we have made the trip down to Brownsburg, Indiana to come to Graham Rahal Performance, a dealership, a performance shop, a service center, and they specialize in some pretty cool stuff. I mean, these cars are just a precursor because there's some hypercars back there, really cool stuff around. We're here with Tim. Yeah, we're not here with Tim. It's gonna be a great time today, a lot of cool stuff. I hope you stick around. And starting off here today, we have an extremely special car. Now this is a Jaguar XJ220, but not just any XJ220, it's the XJ220N, one of only three, made for the Italian Gran Turismo series. And this car isn't a resident of GRP, it's actually here from the Caretaker's collection down in Florida, here for service. And I think it's awesome because it is still modified by TWR, but it doesn't have the full TWR kit. It still looks like the road car, but it's on the BBS LM wheels. It is a full stripped out interior. Just looks so cool. The XJ220, an absolute icon of the 90s. Also kind of a forgotten icon at the same time. I mean, it had the top speed record for all of about 5 minutes before the Bugatti EB110 took it, and that had it for all about 10 minutes before the McLaren F1 decimated both of them. But this is still a very iconic car. It's got the turbo V6 from the MG Metro 6R4, and it's just so cool. Cool piece of automotive history, and I think the 90s produced some of the coolest supercars of all time, and this is certainly no exception. In addition to sales and service, GRP also does restoration, and in this case, Resto-Mod services, not on 911s, but Carrera GTs. This is the Carrera GT recommission project. They take a Carrera GT, strip it down, recommission it as per the name, and respec it. So this particular one is a very beautiful shade of dark blue, light bronze wheels. They also do interiors as well. Looks fantastic. It's sort of like the stock terracotta, but just brand new leather, and it breathes a lot of new life into these Carrera GTs. And they've done a few of these projects. They've done 4 so far. This, I can't remember which one this is, but here's another one, a black car. And this one is particularly cool because look at the finish they've done on these wheels. Sort of like a Ferrari diamond cut finish, not before seen on a Carrera GT. Looks fantastic. And another thing I like about this blue car over the black car is that this one has a Euro bumper with no reflectors. Good stuff. And speaking of singers, here's one, more specifically a DLS.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said singer.
No! More specifically, the DLS, the $2 million Resto-Mod based on the 964. And this one is particularly special. It's a green over tan car, which is always a godly spec. Now, $2 million is a lot for what looks like an old 911, but what you get for the money is astounding. It's essentially an old 911, but built with all of the modern technology of today. Full carbon body, full carbon interior, carbon from the ground up. In the back, we have a 4-liter flat 6 built by Williams. This is air cooled as well. Revs over 9,000 RPM. Cool stuff. Got the 6-speed manual. So if you are not much of a fan of a new Porsche and you want to spend big money on a Porsche, get one of these or one of those recommissions. I think those are cooler, to be honest. But this isn't bad.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of Porsches. But...
And continuing on with the Porsche theme, here's another old Porsche. This one has stayed a 964, unlike the DLS. This one in particular is a 964 Cup. Really cool stuff. And next to it, the brand new 911 Dakar in the not Rothmans livery. And here we're in the performance side of Graham Rahal Performance, and starting off with this S14 with a parachute, so you know it's got a little bit of poke to it. Quite the wide variety in here though. Got the Fairlane, a Type R, a twin turbo Huracan, a 911, just a wide variety of stuff. They do a lot of stuff here, don't they, Tim?
No.
Okay. Also a bonus 993 turbo. Cool stuff. And here's an orange RS4 getting an engine out service.
Least invasive Audi service procedure.
And here's a familiar car on the channel, or maybe it isn't a familiar car on the channel because nobody really watched that video. But if you don't know what this is the Lancia Camera 037. Think of it as a modern interpretation of what the 037 is. Think of it as an 037 with the same modern technology that builds the DLS over there. This car is absolutely incredible. 1.8 liter, twin charge inline 4, kind of like the original car. 500 something horsepower. This thing is an absolute monster. Very much in the spirit of the Group B car that spawned it. And it is just so cool. And I think the most interesting part about this is that as of right now, there are only 2 of these in the US And GRP has both of them, which is really cool. And look at this pista. It's got the carbon wheels, so automatically it's an absolute win. This Gallardo LP550, on the surface, looks like your pretty average Lamborghini, but this one's a bit of a hodgepodge because this has the OZ Racing wheels from the '08 Superleggera, so the previous gen. It has the extremely rare Lamborghini factory shields. Now, that's not a bit. These were an actual option, sort of like Ferrari Scuderia shields, except hardly anybody bought them because it looks so out of place. It's got the wing from the LP570 Superleggera and is also signed by Balboni. Bit of a hodgepodge, this one. And here we have an Arancio Argos Aventador Roadster with a kit, which is all well and nice, but check out that STO in Viola Bast, one of my favorite Lamborghini colors. Just the most vibrant and insane purple, purplish pink really. So much metallic flake there, kind of like a McLaren in a way. And it just is so cool. Probably my favorite color for an STO, and I love how they went with the painted roof as well. Not too many STOs with that spec. And while it is a loud spec, it's also kind of subtle at the same time. You don't have the decals, no intrusive contrast colors like on most STOs. And this is just such a nice spec. I love this car so much. And a black LP610 here as well on a tire, so you can guarantee that this thing's got a couple of spoolie boys in the back. Look at this F12, lowered on wheels, slightly modified, but yellow's always looked good on Ferraris, and this one is certainly no exception. And now we're back at the Carrera GTs amongst a huge crowd for the unveiling of the fourth Carrera GT recommission project. Can't wait to see this car.
Here's recommission number 4, that's recommission number 3. That's just a beautiful Carrera GT, but we're excited to present this, and I guess I'll let the car do the talking without further ado. This is Viper Green, by the way.
Oh, wow.
So this is Porsche Viper Green over satin platinum wheels with a black woven interior, done by Singer, correct? This is the material from Singer.
He's doing my job for me.
Singer, but I mean, it's artwork, man. It's probably the most detail-oriented recommission we've done so far, between the center caps, the brake calipers, the custom wheels, the custom interior, the custom stitching. I mean, it's just artwork, man. So, yeah, enjoy it.
And look at this interior. Looks absolutely nuts. Love that. Viper Green looks so good on this car. It's not a color you'd immediately think of, but my goodness, I like this. And the green painted center locks also look absolutely wild. And now the roof panels are off, and it looks even better. Thing looks so cool. That's about it for today. A lot of really cool Resto-Mods here, from the Singer to the Camaro to the Carrera GTs back there. A lot of cool stuff. And while the Singer is cool for all of its modern technology in a Resto-Mod, I think the Carrera GTs are just so much cooler because a lot of people mod 911s now, and this is a very unique thing. GRP is the first company to do Resto-Mods of Carrera GTs in this way. The recommission project is just so cool, and to get to see the unveiling of the Viper Green car was a real honor, a real privilege too. And the blue car, also really cool. But if you did enjoy this video, remember to like and subscribe, and a lot more videos coming up. I know I've been away quite a bit over the winter, but now we're back. The season is back, and can't wait to share more with you guys. But until the next one, this is me, Patrick, the King of Cars. Thank you for watching. Take care.
Holy shit, it's a Boxster!